Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Deep Dive. I'm Lex,
And I'm Vera from Shield Media.
and we're thrilled to have you join us today as we take a closer look at a fascinating concept in digital marketing.
One that we think will be especially valuable for all you business owners and C-level execs out there who are, always looking for that extra edge in the ever-evolving digital landscape.
Precisely. We always aim to make these deep dives as insightful and actionable as possible.
Absolutely, because let's be honest, who has time to sift through endless articles and webinars?
Right, we do the heavy lifting for you, distilling the key takeaways so you can apply them directly to your business.
And speaking of business, before we jump in, just a quick reminder that we at Shield Media are a digital marketing agency specializing in local SEO, PPC, and SMM, with a focus on helping our clients in the West achieve incredible results.
So if you're digging what you're hearing and want to explore how we can help you reach your marketing goals, don't hesitate to reach out. But for now, let's dive into today's topic. We're talking about going beyond the simple author bio and creating what we're calling comprehensive people pages to really boost trust and authority online.
It's something that's been on our minds a lot lately, especially after reading Morty Oberstein's brilliant piece in Search Engine Journal, Ask an SEO, What Should Be on Your Author Pages.
Yeah.
It was published on March 20th, 2025.
Yeah, that article really got us thinking differently about how businesses showcase the people behind their brand. Morty makes a compelling argument for why author pages are way more than just a quick bio.
Oh, absolutely. He sees them as a powerful tool for building trust, not just for the individual, but for the entire website and brand they represent.
Makes sense, right? When you land on a blog post or article, don't you feel more confident in the information if you see a well-crafted author bio that clearly establishes their expertise?
100%. It's like knowing you're getting advice from a qualified source, someone who's actually walked the walk, not just talked the talk.
Exactly. It's like, okay, this person knows what they're talking about. I can trust what they're saying. But Morty also brings up a really interesting point that resonated with us. The idea that what builds trust isn't a one-size-fits-all kind of thing.
It's so true. What works in one industry might fall flat in another.
Can you give us an example?
Sure, imagine you're in a fast-paced field, like, say, tech, right?
Right.
In that kind of environment, highlighting someone's recent achievements or cutting-edge certifications might be way more impactful than listing a bunch of past roles from decades ago.
Yeah, you need to showcase what's relevant right now, what demonstrates their current expertise in that rapidly evolving world.
Right. As Morty puts it, say, for example, your industry is constantly evolving.
Yeah.
Trust may be better built by focusing on their recent accolades and accomplishments. You need to understand what trust signals look like in your specific scenario. And that, my friend, is not universal.
I love that. It's about adapting the approach to match the unique dynamics of your industry. And that brings us to another gem from Morty's article, the idea of treating people pages as mini About Us pages for individuals.
Oh, I love this concept.
Mm.
It's so simple, yet so powerful.
Break it down for us. How does that shift in thinking change things?
Okay, so instead of just listing credentials and job titles, you're crafting a narrative. You're showing the journey this person took to become an expert in their field.
Right. It's less, here's what I do, and more, here's how I got here.
Exactly. And people connect with stories, right? It makes them relatable, human.
Definitely. Sharing that journey helps your audience understand the foundation of their expertise, which in turn builds trust.
Morty sums it up beautifully. Think of your author pages as about pages. There's a certain narrative to a good about page, and you can do the same with your author pages. Don't just say who the person is, but show how they got there. Trust is often about contextualization. It's all about painting that bigger picture.
I like that. So we're moving beyond the bullet points and focusing on the why behind their expertise. Now, how does this tie into the growing trend of employee advocacy, where businesses are encouraging their team members to become thought leaders in their own right?
Oh, it's crucial for that. Think about it. You've got team members speaking at conferences, appearing on podcasts, hosting webinars. You want people to be able to find out more about them.
Right, and you want that information to be easily accessible on your own platform.
Exactly. Morty nails it when he says, if you're running a marketing strategy that is heavy in employee advocacy, these pages are a major part of any outreach program. These comprehensive people pages become like a central hub.
Their home base.
Yes, and they can link back to it from all their other activities, their social media profiles, their guest appearances. It creates this seamless connection between their individual expertise and your brand.
It adds this layer of legitimacy.
For sure. You're saying, hey, this isn't just someone we hired to write a blog post. This is a real expert who is recognized in their field.
And that, of course, reinforces your brand's authority as well.
100%. And here's where things get even more interesting. Morty challenges us to think beyond just the authors of our blog content. He suggests that pretty much everyone in your company could benefit from having a comprehensive people page.
Wait, everyone? Like from the CEO down to the newest intern?
Yep. He throws out this question. The question should be, who needs people pages? The answer is everyone whose company has any people. So the answer is everyone. It's a bold statement, right? But it makes you think.
Yeah, because traditionally you see companies highlighting just their leadership team, maybe a few key players.
Right, and Morty argues that this can come across as a bit, well, egotistical.
Like one big pat on the back for the execs.
Yeah, he actually says, when I see a company only list as top employees, it comes off as one giant ego stroke. And that can actually alienate potential customers or clients who want to see the real people behind the brand, not just the ones at the very top.
Right. You want to showcase the diversity of talent within your company, the people who are actually making things happen day in and day out.
Exactly. It makes your brand feel more authentic, more human.
So instead of that typical Our Team page with a grid of headshots and one-line bios, we're talking about creating individual pages that delve deeper into each person's story and expertise.
Yes, because let's be honest, those generic team pages are kind of useless. Morty even points out that they often end up driving people away from your website.
Because they have to go elsewhere, like LinkedIn, to find out more about the people listed.
Right. Why would you want to send them to another platform when you could be keeping them engaged on your own site?
It's like sending them to a competitor's party.
Huh, exactly. Now, Morty does offer a practical tip for smaller businesses or solopreneurs who might be feeling a bit overwhelmed by the idea of creating individual pages for everyone.
What's his suggestion?
He says it might make sense to combine the About Us page and the author page.
So, kind of a hybrid approach.
Yeah, it's a smart way to streamline things and avoid redundancy, especially if you're a one-person show or a very small team.
Makes sense. So, for those of you who are ready to embrace the power of comprehensive people pages, let's talk about what should actually go on these pages.
Great idea. Morty breaks it down into what he calls obvious and less obvious elements.
Okay, let's start with the obvious. What are the must-haves?
The foundational stuff, like social media links, a well-written bio that highlights their expertise, a professional headshot.
The basics.
Exactly. And also things like links to any content they've created for your site, formal industry recognition like awards or certifications, and a clear statement of their areas of expertise.
Got it. Those are the elements that pretty much everyone would expect to see.
Right. Now, for the less obvious but super impactful elements, things that can really make these pages stand out.
Okay, give us the insider tips.
Morty recommends including things like records of conference talks or presentations they've given, appearances on other podcasts or webinars, he calls those third-party placements, and even mentions of where they've been quoted in industry publications.
Oh, that's smart. It's like social proof for their expertise.
Exactly. You're saying, hey, it's not just us who think they're great. The industry recognizes them too.
And that adds a huge amount of credibility.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He also suggests including their broader work experience, not just their current role, and even the story of how they initially got into the industry.
That human touch again.
Right. And one of the most interesting suggestions he makes is to include their personal industry philosophy, maybe even in a short video format.
Wow, a video. That's a really engaging way to showcase their personality and passion.
Yeah, it allows them to connect with your audience on a much deeper level. But here's the thing, even with all this fantastic content, it won't be effective if it's not presented well. Morty also stresses the crucial role of formatting.
Oh, yeah, that's so important. A well-designed page can make all the difference in how people engage with the content.
Exactly. He points out that many author pages, even with great content, can feel overwhelming to read. There's just too much text, and it's not chunked out well.
It's like facing a wall of words.
Yeah. He actually highlights Search Engine Journal's author page layout as a great example of how to do it right.
What does he like about their approach?
He says, the Search Engine Journal layout is one of the best I've seen online. It's all chunked in a way where I clearly notice the various areas of information without having to work hard to see it all. That's why it works. You want people to be able to scan the page quickly and find what they're looking for without feeling overwhelmed.
Right, it needs to be user-friendly, and that goes for any type of page on your website, not just your homepage or product pages.
Totally. So to recap, we're talking about moving beyond those basic author bios and creating comprehensive people pages that tell a story, showcase expertise, and build trust. And we need to make sure those pages are well formatted and easy to navigate.
Exactly. Now, let's connect this back to our listeners. Why should business owners and C-level executives care about all of this?
Because strategically developed people pages can be a huge asset for your brand. They enhance credibility, support your marketing efforts, and ultimately contribute to a stronger, more trustworthy online presence, which is essential for business growth.
And as a reminder, we at Shield Media are a digital marketing agency that specializes in helping our Western clients achieve that kind of growth. So if you're looking for guidance on how to implement these strategies, we're here to help.
And here's a final thought to leave you with. Think about the hidden expertise within your own organization. Who are the unsung heroes whose knowledge and passion might not always be front and center? How could showcasing their contributions through comprehensive people pages unlock unexpected levels of trust and authority with your target audience?
That's a great question to consider. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of comprehensive people pages. And as always, if you found this valuable, please hit that follow button and share this episode with anyone who might benefit. Until next time.